Hi everyone, I'm Sam, and in this channel, I tried the latest AI product and feature releases to test their usefulness in real-world scenarios. Do they actually lead to more productivity and getting things done, or are they mostly just hype? Today I'm gonna test this product called Whisperflow. I've been curious for a while, and I have a theory that it's going to 10x my productivity. Now the reason for it is several. One is that our brains actually process like 1,000 to 4,000 words per minute. We read at the speed of 200 to 400 words per minute. We speak up to 175, and then we type or write up to 60 on average. So writing and typing is actually the slowest way that we process information. So these new technological releases like Whisperflow allow us to actually jump up here without losing things like punctuation, spelling, paragraph breaks, etc. Sometimes you just need to respond to an email really fast or get the first draft of an essay out, and it's a lot easier to do it with speech than it is to write it. So without further ado, let's try Whisperflow. So I went to the website whisperflow.ai, and something I like looking at first before I try a product is their pricing plan. And I was pretty impressed with Whisperflow. They have a free tier that gives you the opportunity to try a lot of these features and see if they deliver value to you. They also give you an automatic 14-day trial, which again is awesome. I feel like when a product doesn't immediately want you to pay for it, they really believe what they're delivering is valuable, and if people try it, they will pay for it. Versus, I feel like products that make you pay for it immediately are selling you a vision of productivity that often falls short of the reality. I'm going to sign up for an account. Downloading now. It also seems to have a phone companion, where I guess you can do the same things on your phone. But most of my productive work I like doing on my laptop, so I'm not gonna try my phone yet. So if we go to our downloads folder, we have it saved here. And then it says to install it, we drag it into applications. And then we'll go to it's copying it over. And then we'll go to our applications. Oh, it's right here. It wasn't sorted alphabetically. So I'm gonna open it. It says this is just asking me for permission to open this downloaded application. I say yes. I will sign in via browser. I'm logged in now. Great. How did you hear about us? I'm going to say I'm a creator, writing posts or comments, drafting emails, taking notes, something. I will not share my data. Allow Flow to insert spoken words. This lets Flow put your spoken words in the right text box. Okay, we'll allow that. We have to open system settings, and here I'm gonna enable Whisperflow. Great. And then we also have to allow microphone access. That makes sense. Continue. Do you see the purple bars while you speak? Yes. Select your language, English. Yes, it does turn purple when I press it. Flow starts listening when you hold this function key in the keyboard. Great. Use Flow to write a message. So I have to keep holding it. Hi, I'm Sam. What's your name? Okay, so it doesn't automatically transcribe the words word by word as you're speaking, but at the end of it. For instance, I have a YouTube channel where I try on the latest AI product and feature releases. Do you want to check it out? Oh, that's pretty fast. I'm pretty impressed. That's really fast. Okay, I'm gonna continue the onboarding. You can write an email hands-free. If I double tap this function key on my keyboard, then I'm able to speak while I'm moving around or using my hands. Sometimes I like pacing back and forth and hoisting my laptop up on a standing desk equivalent. Okay, so I have to tap twice really quick. Hi, I'm really looking forward to the call later today. I'm really excited about the company and the position, and I can't wait to contribute. Hold or double tap the function key in Whisper. I need to go to Costco and purchase a bunch of things. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think this is such a huge boost in productivity, honestly. I think I'm gonna pay for the premium version of this. So it automatically starts the pro trial without you inserting a credit card, because again, this product is confident that it delivers value. Okay, I'm gonna put my referral link in the description of this video if you want to use it. You'll get a month of free pro instead of the 2 weeks, and I will also get a free month. I have a few tasks open on my tabs that I do want to try Flow for. So let's say that I want to draft an email. Next step, open your email inbox. So I applied for a developer marketing position and I want to follow up with this recruiter. And I've been kind of putting off that task because I don't really know how to follow up. So let me see if speech to text helps me tackle this task a lot easier than if I'm writing word by word and then reflecting at every instance whether what I said is good. I'm gonna double click the function key. Hi Amelia, I hope this email finds you well. I just saw a position on your job board that I'm really excited for. I submitted my application. Would love for you to have a chance to look through it to see if my skills meet your needs for this position. Thank you, Sam. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna send my email, which again was kind of like a little bit of a daunting email because you're putting yourself out there. Doing voice to text was a lot easier for me to express than if I wrote it word by word. Okay, so first task done. Another task I wanted to test is responding to messages or sending messages like to friends and colleagues and acquaintances. I know I like sending voice notes sometimes when I'm like messaging with friends and acquaintances, but the problem with that is it's easy for you as a person to record the voice and send it, but it's quite cumbersome for the other person to hear it because when they read it, they actually read it faster. But this really cool tool that transcribes your words more correctly than the existing voice to speech capabilities on these apps, I'm excited to try. Is compose a message to a friend that I met about this event that I'm throwing. So I want to say, hey Simon, I hope you're well. I really enjoyed our discussion yesterday and feel glad you validated some of my feelings about the... Okay, wow. Okay, let me read it and see how well it did this. Okay, I said philosophy here, but it doesn't transcribe it. I'm going to be spending this week drafting the first event, which I want to do on the topic of how... Okay, so that was also a task I was kind of putting off, but voice to text really helped me get started. You know the old advice of just get started? I think voice to text really helps you achieve that in a dramatic way. The next task I want to combat is I need to draft the copy of my first event and kind of get my thoughts together. So I want to see if voice to text helps me do that. So normally I would start typing a word or two or a sentence and then going back and reformatting it and stuff. It would take a long time to complete the first draft. So now I'm going to try it with Whisperflow and see what happens. The mission of modern Lyceum is to bring philosophy back to the public square. Okay, I just spoke a lot. Woo! I just spoke all of this. Nice. This is really awesome because now I don't have a blank canvas. I have something I can work with in order to do this task of scheduling this event. And like I said earlier, I think just looking at the factual things about how we process words, it makes sense that this is a far less productive way than this. So it feels like a no-brainer. I woke up this morning with this notification that my voice profile is ready. Press generate profile now. I'm a content refiner. Interesting. Voice helps you transform initial... Okay, Tuesdays. What are my catchphrases? Oh, I have to reach a next milestone in order to unlock these. I guess I need to use more words for it to know my most used, corrected, and catchphrase. So I've been using Whisperflow for more than 24 hours, and there's some features in the app that I also want to cover quickly before I end this video. So on the app, there's a home page that has all the transcriptions that you use. This is really helpful because imagine you're using a notepad app to transcribe something or any other app, and for some reason there's a bug that doesn't actually capture your transcriptions, which happened to me earlier. This has a history of everything it has dictated. I think that's really good for when you're in crutch situations. The insights just gives analytics. I don't think this is that helpful. There's a dictionary section which you can use to add words. For instance, when I was talking about Claude Cowork via voice, it kept transcribing it as Cloud Cowork, but then I specified Claude Cowork, and now every time that I say I like using Claude Cowork, it like fixes the spelling. So you can do that for anything like your name, your company. Snippets are also really like helpful for boosting productivity. The examples here are like if you say my LinkedIn, that it should actually share the URL. Some of the ones I set for myself is like when I refer to my Simple AI YouTube channel, I want it to actually paste the URL. So example of this would be, check out my YouTube channel, Simple AI YouTube channel. So see, that's pretty cool. Like it helps a lot with boosting productivity. Style, I guess it will determine which like app you're in. You can set like a style for how it like after it captures your words, like puts it together. It seems like most of it has to do with punctuation, which determines like how formal or casual something sounds. But yeah, you can set it for everything. Transformers is also really cool because so we have this productivity step that just captures voice to text. And this gives the option to like polish that. So the example here is, this was just my rough voice to text for the to-dos I have to do this morning. And if I press option 1 on my keyboard, or if I go here and I say polish, this will make it a little bit nicer. So yeah, I find this really helpful. Like if you want to go from just like rough ideas to something a little bit more polished. And again, if you don't like the style of the polishing, you can go to Whisperflow and you can edit these. You can have custom polish prompts or like make it more concise, reword, etc. So that's really cool. Another really interesting thing is it has a preset for prompt engineering. What this essentially means is like when you're talking to an AI chat box or something, you can get better outputs based on how well you state your question. So an example of this is if I go to Claude. So first I'm gonna dictate. What are some possible ways I can review and improve upon my YouTube performance from pulling YouTube analytics into Claude Cowork? So now this is like kind of a vague and general question, right? So if I do option 2, it's gonna improve it for an AI. It's loading the prompt engineering and then it adds all this information. So it tells the AI you're an analytics advisor specializing in YouTube performance. You know, like when I'm prompting something, I should like say these types of things, but I don't. So I think this prompt engineering shortcut is super helpful. And then finally, I want to create my own. And what I want to do is create a to-do list from my mind dump that's actionable. I'll name this to-do list, or let's say daily to-do list. I'm gonna set this as option 3 because the other ones are option 1 and option 2. I'll say convert the mind dump of all the things I want to tackle into an actionable to-do list. Should we try it before we upload the example? Okay, let's just try it. So I had this rough list of things I wanted to do today. So now if I press option 3, it should create a to-do list for me from this. Okay, check my camera is sufficiently charged. Check how things look on camera. Space break, record self. Okay, I think this is pretty good. So yeah, that's transformations, and you can set any type of transformation for your text. I think that's really cool. Finally, the last feature, which I did not like at all, and it kind of breaks, is I guess it is in beta. But like, for instance, if I want to edit this, it kind of crashes my app. I know it's still showing you my app, but for me, it's not showing me Whisperflow app anymore. And when I open the app again, then I can see it. So yeah, it has too many problems to be useful, but I like it in theory. I'm going to conclude the video here. My final thoughts are, I'm really glad I finally gave this a try. It feels a little bit backwards to go back to the old way of doing things, which is like just simply writing. Like I mentioned before, there are types of writing work that requires the introspection and perfection of the writing process, but a lot of the work that's like tedious or productive in nature or administrative does not at all. And this like extremely boosts one's productivity, particularly with some of the feature sets that are on top of just like dictating your voice and transcribing it, like cleaning it up and transforming it. Like I'm gonna totally use that mind dump to-do list feature a lot. I'm also impressed with Whisperflow itself. Like technically anyone can build this feature set, and I've tried using voice to text in a broken way with so many apps. Like Apple's built-in features, but so far this has been the company that has executed it the best. I'm also definitely going to download the iOS app to like catch up with friends and message often and things like that. If you haven't tried an app like this, I definitely recommend it. You have nothing to lose. You don't even need to input your credit card. I think you will also not go back to the old way of doing things after you give it a try. I have my link below if you want to use a referral link to get like a month off of Pro instead of like the normal 2 weeks. And yeah, that's it for this video. Subscribe if you want to stay on top of the latest AI product and feature releases. Until next time, bye.